Hey, everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Clinic Gym Radio. I am your host, Dr. Josh Satterlee, and it's just me again today because I want to go over yet another lesson in the basics of running a clinic gym hybrid. So, with that, a couple announcements. Number one, save the date, May 21st and 22nd, 2022. I will be out at Parker University giving a live clinic gym hybrid workshop. We're going to cover everything you need to know to start and build and grow and scale a clinic gym hybrid. We're talking about marketing plans and your sales system, how to train your staff, where to find the perfect trainer to help run your facility. And we'll be talking all about the exercises and rehab that lead everybody to be able to build and grow your clinic gym hybrid. It doesn't all have to fall on your shoulders. You want to find out how to use everybody else's efforts to help build it as well. And in doing so, provide amazing jobs for amazing people. And you might be able to take a couple days off and not work so damn hard to make the same amount of money. Anyways, once again, that'll be at Parker University in their amazing Parker Fit Center. May 21st and 22nd, I believe, of 2022. That is a Saturday, Sunday. So if I screwed that date up, just realize it's a Saturday, Sunday out in beautiful Dallas, Texas. And with that, let's begin. All right. So today I wanted to talk about how to set up your membership levels when you get to the point when you have a clinic gym hybrid. So remember, there's kind of three phases, and this will be something in the third phase. But the first phase is the exercise phase. Make sure every one of your patients gets exercise. Second phase is the trainer phase. You want to hire trainers, start delivering exercise to every one of your patients. And then the third phase is memberships. So memberships are really where things get exciting. Completely changes your business model when you have memberships and money that comes in every month as an automatic payment for your members. That monthly recurring revenue is so much better than fighting it out hand over fist in the clinic and getting the dollar per hour that we get treating patients. You can certainly make a business work that way, but man, it's tough. And once you get some membership revenue, you're going to be blown away. So I don't care who you are, how much you make. Once you get membership money, that's like half of what you make in your clinic. You will realize that it's half as much money with 10% of the effort. And then you crank it up and make more money than your clinic makes with memberships and whatnot. And that's really the dream. But I digress. Let's talk about how to figure out your membership level. One of the things I get questions a lot of people often ask is about memberships level and the cost. But the cost is not the way we want to look at things. And instead, we want to take a different approach. And I would just have you sit down and think, what is it that you believe you want every one of your patients to do? If you think about it like that, it'll come off so much more authentic. You will be so much more behind the program. You'll be willing to sell the heck out of it. You won't feel like you're a snake oil salesman or greasy or sleazy. You will truly feel like you're delivering the best care to your patients. And isn't that what this is all about? Delivering the greatest care around, which we know is exercise long-term. When people exercise, they're more resilient. They get cardiovascular improvements. They get psychological improvements. Their pain levels go down. Everything improves when they exercise. So why not have them exercise more? And in doing so, you want to have them in memberships at your clinic gym hybrid. So how do you set up your memberships? Well, like I said, you have to believe in it. You absolutely have to believe in it for this to work. So the first criteria I would say is make sure you believe in the program. So if you are somebody whose life was changed with weight loss and you're like, I want to bring weight loss to every one of my patients, totally cool. We'll talk about other methods later, but that's totally cool. But if your goal is to work with people who have more than 50 pounds to lose, then you have to set up a membership that is accordingly going to help them out. So I've always said, if somebody has 50 pounds to lose and they tell you, I've got to lose 50 pounds in 6 months, my daughter's getting married this summer, I really want to be there, I want to look my best. That is a lofty, lofty goal. So one thing you cannot do is sell them a one-time-a-week membership. Instead, you probably need to sell them a 4-time, 5-time-a-week membership, right? They come in 4 or 5 times a week for classes. You also probably need to include a nutritional program. You probably also need to include a program full of supplements, right? They're going to have protein shakes and BCAAs at the right time and everything to maintain that kind of workout schedule. And then finally, think about it. If you have somebody that's overweight, 50 or more pounds overweight, they're exercising a whole lot more than they ever did. they probably will need a lot of supportive care. They'll need visits in the clinic and or massage if you offer it. So it's okay to include those things, because any way else you phrase it, I think you're being disingenuous. If you propose a one-time-a-week membership, there's no way they're going to lose that kind of weight, right? They need a ton of guidance, a ton of support, a ton of check-ins and all that. So make sure that your membership includes that. Let's say that you, instead of weight loss, you are putting together workouts for junior athletes, and it's their off season. And we're talking about high school lacrosse players as one example, right? How many days a week do you feel like they need to work out? If it was me, I would say their bodies can sustain at least 3 days a week, maybe 4, but 3 days a week. And it wouldn't be bad to teach them about some basic nutrition because they're high schoolers, right? And supplements. I mean, if they're going to get that rush of testosterone that comes with puberty, why not capitalize on it? Why not use it to its maximum? Support them with all the protein you can shove down their throat, all the amino acids that they can handle. Teach them about the role of things like vitamins and minerals and things like that. So include a 3-time-a-week membership with 1 class a month about improving your training, right? Include that educational aspect because it's so important that they grab that right now. So make sure that that membership matches. Now, obviously, that first thing we talked about, the weight loss program where it's 4 days a week, plus nutrition, plus meal plans, plus shopping lists, plus supplements, plus advisement, plus weigh-ins and check-ins and all that. Of course, that's going to be more expensive. Of course. And that's okay. That person is asking for your help in hitting an incredibly lofty goal. So if that's the case, help them out. And them paying more money, you will be amazed. And I don't think that this is common knowledge, but for those who have done it will agree with me. You'll be amazed at when people pay more than they're comfortable paying, how committed they become. And I think every person listening to this can look into their history and feel the same thing. They can recognize the time they did the same thing. Maybe you paid too much for a class and you ended up finishing it. Or you paid for online strength programming that was a little bit out of your budget. And guess what? You were incredibly consistent about it, right? Maybe you've paid for a lot of supplements with the goal of dosing out at the right amounts for your body. And because those supplements cost so much, you were diligent about using them. Whatever it is, paying a little bit too much doesn't hurt anybody. In fact, it gets really good results. Now, I'm not saying to be some sleazeball that overcharges people. All I'm saying is charge a decent amount that serves everybody. It should be a lot for your patients. What if you did 4 times a week of workouts and a nutrition program and a shopping list and support and check-ins and all that, and you only charge that person $10 a month? Do you think, in any sense of the word, they're going to be committed? Heck no. They're just not going to be committed, even if they have the same goals and everything, because that just doesn't hurt enough. So find that amount that is worthwhile. Let's move on to a different group. I work with old country club golfers. I say my patients are male, pale, and stale. They are typically old, rich, white guys who golf 3 times a week. Now, I work with them because A, I love golf. B, they have the money to pay cash for anything I throw at them. And C, they need tons of care. I could do everything I want to do, all the dry needling and adjusting and muscle work and everything for as long as I want to do it. And their bodies are like sponges and absorb it more. They have so many comorbidities and joint replacements, multiple surgeries, multiple incidents of trauma in their history of car accidents, golf cart accidents, falls, slips, high school injuries, all that stuff. And for me, I love the challenge of carving through all of that and still pulling out improvement. And they love it too. I mean, it is not uncommon for an 82-year-old to expect to beat a 42-year-old on a Sunday at the golf course that comes into my office. I have treated both the 42-year-old and the 82-year-old. And I will tell you that the 82-year-old is a little bit better of a patient because they don't miss appointments. But with that, at first, I thought the best program for them would be 4 times a week. That's way too much for their age. I thought 3 times a week would be good. That's way too much for their age group. It turns out that the perfect amount of exercise for those old, crusty, beat up, alcohol-infused old golfers is a 2-day-a-week program. 2-day-a-week program. Now, the difference is In a perfect world, I'd rather do 2 days a week for 90 minutes than 3 days a week for 1 hour. Long story, but once they're in the zone, warmed up, loosened up, all their tissue is primed, I would rather go longer than trying to do that 3 times a week. It's just what works. I found 3-time-a-week programs just really didn't seem to work, and they ended up having a bunch of micro injuries and fatigue and whatnot. So 2 days a week seems to serve them best. Now, these are guys that are typically paying 2 to 3 rounds a week, and they're doing other stuff. A lot of them walk with their wife in the morning. A few of them go on hikes on the weekends. They're a very active group, but that 2-day week is really what I have found to be the perfect combo. Now, what do I add into a membership when it's only 2 days a week? Well, 2 days a week, it's obviously going to be less expensive than a 4-day week program. That's fine. They're paying for the access and the expertise. But what we do is in a perfect world, it would be every 6 weeks, but we want to see them every 6 to 8 weeks for a reevaluation. So the membership really includes this third visit, which is a 90-minute assessment every 6 to 8 weeks. So every 2 months, they're getting another session, a 90-minute session where we're running them back through kinematic sequence, 3D motion capture, force plate info, physical screen, painful condition screen, and then we have a bunch of shot profiles we go through on the TrackMan. We include that in the membership because we believe that that's a large part of what we're doing. The other thing we do is every 6 to 8 weeks, we sit down with them and their golf instructor or do it via Zoom and try and find the perfect balance of golf lessons, workouts, and them actually golfing. And somewhere in there, we also include some visits and care, usually on the front end or back end of them coming in the office for their workouts. So with that is what I found to be the perfect membership for me. So where do you go from here? Well, think about it. How do you want to set up that first perfect membership? If you believe that your patients need to work out 3 days a week and you will not accept anything less, that's fine. Then put together, the first program you want to put together is a 3-day week package. I would always put together, well, let me back up. Once you have that, sell the hell out of that. Sell that program more than anything else. Don't worry about any other level of membership. If you think it's 3 days a week for an hour, sell that membership. Tell everybody about it and get as many people as you can. You want to get at least 50% of your members into that, what you would call your standard baseline exercise program. Excuse me. That's what you want to have. Okay? That's standard baseline. If you offer other membership levels, I would never offer in this setup more than 3 levels of membership. Only have 3 levels of membership. That's it. It's just too confusing if you add in a bunch of stuff. At one point, I had a spreadsheet where we had days of the week. How many massages do you want a month? How many chiropractic visits do you want? Do you want nutritional coaching? Do you want check-ins? And do you want, I can't remember what it was. We had to put it on a spreadsheet. Because it ended up being like 37 or 47 different memberships. I can't even remember now. It's just traumatizing. Try and put it out of my head. But don't offer a bunch of options because then it gets confusing. And there's a rule in selling memberships where they say a confused buyer never buys. Okay? You want to have it simple. Your baseline or your average or your standard membership, one lower, one higher. And think about it. When you go to like a software or something on their website, they almost always have 3 options. They don't have 48 options. They have 3 options. They're standard, there's usually a cheaper version, and there's usually a premium version. You should have that same thing at your gym. So standard, base, and premium. Let me talk a little bit about the base. Or with the standard membership, sorry. No matter what level of membership it is, you want to make sure that you have a limit on how many times they can come in the gym. It's 3 days a week, 4 days a week. It's never unlimited, ever. Not ever, ever. Do not make it unlimited. You just run into a bunch of problems with that, and then you run out of things to sell them into because they'll come in unlimited amount of time. So it sets up a difficult value proposition to upgrade them. But just believe me, it's 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week, whatever it is, just put a hard cap limit on it per week. All right? All right, so now let's talk about your lower or your entry-level offer. One of the things you want to do with the entry-level offer is reduce what it includes. So if all of your, if your standard membership, your premier one that you're going to sell a bunch, includes 3 days a week workout. Let's say it includes a nutrition plan, it includes your foam roller, includes videos of how to warm up your body and days you're not coming in the gym. It includes a 7 tips to deal with soreness from your gym workouts guidebook. It includes a bunch of stuff. Then your lower membership, it reduces the number of times they can come in by like 1. So instead of 3 times a week, they're coming in 2 times a week. But you're going to strip all that other crap out of there. Okay? This is a marketing ploy, but you're going to get rid of most of the stuff in there. Maybe include like one thing like the foam roller. And you are not going to reduce the price by a third. So we're going from 3 times a week to 2 times a week. We're not going to reduce the price by a third. We're going to reduce the price by 15 to 20%. Because what you want to do is financially set a position where they go, oh, upgrading to that mid-grade level or that standard level is not that big of a deal. That's pretty cheap. And you want to propose that to them. Why? Because we started this conversation with saying, what do we authentically believe in? And set up that membership first. So we want as many people in that mid-grade membership as possible. So financially motivate them. So for example, if that mid-grade, let me do some math here real quick. If your standard 3 time a week workout is, let's say for small group classes, it's $225 a month. I'm going to say our lower grade class is going to be 83% of that. So the 2 time a week is going to be like $189 a month. Okay, I'm rounding up here. But $189 a month for 2 times a week, $225 for 3 times a week. What you want people to do is, well, it's not that much to come in 3 times a week. Yeah, that's right. And you'll get better results and you'll enjoy it more and you'll get to spend more time with us. All right, fine. I'll upgrade to 3 times a week. Fantastic. All right. But you want to set up a pricing structure that helps with those people in that premier level or your baseline level standard workout. So the 3 times a week. Reduce it by about 15 to 20% to find out your 2 time a week and go from there. All right. But you want to keep pushing people towards the one that you believe in, you know? So now let's talk about the premium workout, because I think every gym should have a premium level of workout. I didn't used to think this, but the experiences I went through with my gym and after talking to probably 7 or 8 of our different clinic gym hybrid clients, they all agree that you get a few of these premium workout people in your gym. Totally cool. Serve them. All right. So what is a premium membership? We sold our membership at $249 a month for 3 days a week. Okay. And we had a few people that are like, well, they're very wealthy. And they said, well, I want to, what if I want a massage after every workout? I said, absolutely, we can provide that. And I want some private training sessions. I don't want to come to the group ones. Absolutely, we can provide that. And I want a water bottle when I walk in. Right on. We can provide that. And we'll do everything you want for just $1,500 a month. Okay? Now, if somebody is willing to pay you $1,500 a month and they pay it, don't balk at it. Just take the money, smile, and say, we can't wait to work with you next week. You've got to train yourself to have a poker face. But you should have some crazy, amazing, unbelievably valuable premier membership that 1, 2, 3, or 6, we had 6 people on that membership that they buy. 4 people on that membership. Remember, 4 people on a $1,500 a month membership is $6,000 a month. You'd be silly not to say yes to that. Now, here's the kicker. These are also wealthy individuals. So even though they were paying for a massage after every workout, they only got a massage maybe once a week. Even though they had access to all the group classes as well as personal training sessions, they only came to personal training sessions. Even though they were paying $1,500 a month, they were oftentimes busy and would call and say, I can only work out for 40 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day or whatever. That's fine. All right, we'll put together the greatest 40-minute workout you do. But when people pay you $1,500 a month, smile, take the money, and wow them. All right? One of the other features I can remember, 2 of the people out of those 4, at least, and all 4 of them, one guy traveled a bunch for business, so he was always gone. But 2 out of the 4 frickin' had a vacation home in another state where they would travel to 1 week out of every month. So they were only at our gym 3/4 of the time, yet they're still paying $1,500. Now, what they're really paying for is a great gym experience and no freaking headaches. So don't create any headaches with their billing. Don't ever cancel on them. Don't ever reschedule them. If they can come in today, we're going to have a trainer there to work with them directly. All right? No matter what. But you should have that Premier membership set up. And what would this be? Find the richest patient in your office and ask them, what would you want in the ultimate gym membership? Write down everything they say, add a little bit to it, and throw it back in their face for $1,500. Most people will say no, and that's the goal of it, right? But the goal of this thing is two parts. Number one, for every 1 out of every 100 patients you have or 50 patients you have, one of them is going to say yes to that crazy Premier membership. Give it to them. Give it to them. Take the money. Just do it. The second thing you're going to do is when you have a Premier membership at $1,500 a month, it makes that $250 a month for the 3 times a week group fitness seem real cheap. It's called price anchoring. All right. That's why every company, so recently Kia went through this, the car company Kia, they were known as a value brand. So they released the K900 or K700, a very high priced vehicle so that all the other vehicles look affordable. They released the Telluride, their big SUV, so that the Kia Sportage looked reasonable, right? That's the whole goal. So have that Premier membership. It provides multiple solutions to problems that you will develop. So let's recap. Number one, where are we on the map? So there's 3 phases of the Clinic Gym Hybrid. There's the exercise phase, the trainer phase, and then the membership phase. We are definitely in the membership phase here, okay? When you start out, put together one membership that you believe 80 to 90% of your patients need, and it's exactly what you want for them. So if you believe in 4 times a week working out, totally cool. If you believe that they should take supplements after every workout, totally cool. Include the supplements. If you think that everybody should have a foam roller at home, cool. Give them a foam roller. Whatever it is, put together that perfect workout that you think satisfies what you believe human beings should do, especially your patients. That's your primary membership. That's your standard membership. We're going to have a light membership, a light version, where we're going to strip out all the fancy features, and you're not going to reduce the price by more than 15 to 20%. The goal with that lackluster reduction is to drive more people into your standard workout. Okay? Standard workout is where we want to go. Then you're also going to create a Premier membership that's ridiculously expensive and has ridiculous options and includes ridiculous stuff, so that we can make the other 2 memberships seem very valuable and very affordable, regardless of their price. And also, every once in a while, when you get somebody who's willing to pay a bunch of money for a workout at your gym, you just smile and take the money. All right? So with that wraps up this talk about memberships in the Clinic Gym Hybrid. And once again, only have 3 levels. Everything else is just confusing. Just have 3 so that you know the 3, your associate knows the 3, all your trainers know the 3, your CA knows the 3, your freaking front desk staff knows the 3, your janitor knows the 3, your accountant knows the 3, your parents know the 3 levels you offer. You only offer 3. Don't offer more. All right? So with that, I'm going to wrap this up. Once again, please, if you're listening to this, save the date. Come to Dallas, Texas in May 21st and 22nd. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be an amazing seminar, live workshop, all about the aspects of the Clinic Gym Hybrid. I'm working with Parker on pricing right now, but I'm guessing that the 2 days will sit around $500, $400 to $500 for that weekend. And I am sure you will find massive amounts of value. I'll even throw this out there. If you have something that you're like, Josh, I want to do this. I always have wanted to do this. This is the greatest idea ever, but you never talk about blank. Email me, josh@clinicgymhybrid.com, josh@clinicgymhybrid.com, and tell me what that thing is. I would love to answer that for you, make sure that it works for you, and we include that information in the workshop. All right? So come out to Dallas, Texas in May, because I want to see you there. We got to get more Clinic Gym Hybrids saving the world. Exercise is the solution. You, as the amazing provider, are the solution for your community. With that, I will wrap this up and close it out, as I always do, by saying, This is Dr. Josh Satterlee. Go out there, maximize your license, and live the life you dream of. Thanks, everybody. Thanks so much for checking out these videos. I hope they're useful. We'll cover things like rehab, exercise, business model, progressions, layout, everything else that helps you build a clinic. So if you're interested, you can click here, there, here, or anywhere to get more videos just like this. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you soon.